Alright guys, Team Roha, welcome to the channel. This is Life with Roha. I'm so happy to have you guys back again to yet another edition of Life with Roha. Guys, I really love this t-shirt because my mom gave it to me, but the buttons somehow keep opening, so hopefully it will be okay until this video is done. Alright, so let me know in the comments, how have you guys been? Are you okay? Is everybody okay? Do you guys have anything you'd like to share with me? If you want to talk to me, or if you guys want to give me some advice on our content or topics that you'd like me to talk about, reach me on my Instagram, which is also Live with Roha. Sorry, I'm just getting my GoPro bag out of the way. So, for you guys that haven't subscribed, I don't know why you haven't done that. Do you guys not love me or what? Or do you not love the channel? Okay. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about a rather sensitive topic. We are going to be talking about how to deal with depression. So some people say depression is a state of living in the past, while anxiety is a state of living in the future, and happiness is a state of living in the present. And we all know that living in the present is very, very challenging. Now, depression has become a very renowned topic all over the world. It used to be something like a taboo, something that was so underrated, something that was so undermined. I'm not going to talk about in the white community, but as Black people and people of color, it's something that I think even till today, right, people don't really talk about. A lot of parents still don't believe that their children can be depressed or their children portray signs of depression. It's more of just, this child is either spoiled, or this child just has bad manners, or this child isn't as good as other children are, because why are you not acting like other children, right? So there is a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of educating people about depression and the reality of it. It's quite sad that depression is often realized after the person has already either harmed themselves or when they've committed suicide. That's when people tend to sort of want to talk about it, or even just like look into it a little bit, and then they sort of brush it under the mat, right? Now, I'd like to state that I am not a psychologist yet. I am not a medical profession. I'm not a therapist. This is just advice based on what I've seen, what I've heard, and what I've experienced. My best friend Pia is a doctor. She also specializes in psychology, and she deals with children as well that have some kind of psychological issues and stuff. So when I was going through a period of depression, I can honestly say that Pia was my number one therapist. She was so helpful, and I've learned so much from her. I even had to accept things that I wasn't ready to accept because it was new knowledge to me. Okay, so today I will be giving you guys some tips that helped me get through my depression. And speaking of depression, I am now 12 kgs heavier, you guys, right? I used to be so skinny because I was trying so hard to neglect my thoughts. I was trying so hard to escape my mind, and all I did was work out. I used to work out so intensively that even my close friends didn't understand why. I was in the gym almost 3 hours per day. If I was not in the gym, I was swimming. If I was not swimming, I was running 10 kilometers per day just to distract myself. That's how much I didn't want to be with my mind and my feelings and my emotions. I did everything to just run away from myself, okay? So let's get right into how we can deal with depression. I'm not saying this is gonna work for you. I'm not saying this is 100% guaranteed. I'm sharing my experience and I'm sharing what I think helped me get through it. Okay. Number one, I was really afraid to talk about my situation with anybody, but because it became so intense and so hurtful, I had to open up. So the first person I told was actually my mother, and that is when I realized that my mother was not only a good mother, but she was also a good friend, because she really helped me, she spoke to me, she really tried her best to be there for me. But I'm not gonna lie, I needed another hand, and that's when I opened up to Pia and I told her every single detail. And she's a professional, so I knew that it would be much easier for her to understand and dissect what it is I'm going through. So number one, try your best to open up to someone, tell someone, because no matter what it is that you're dealing with, it has probably been dealt with by someone already. So you're not the first, you're not the only one. Someone out there, whether it's now, tomorrow, or in the past, has dealt with what you are dealing with. So don't feel like you're an alien, don't feel like there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. And there's nothing shameful about what is happening to you. Okay? So my first advice is that you should open up to someone. Talk to someone. Talk to someone you trust, and talk to someone you feel cares about you and will listen to you, because it's really important to just be able to share what you feel so that a little bit of that load can get off your shoulders. And while at it, be very honest. Don't try to candy coat or sugarcoat the situation. Tell it as truthfully as you can, because not only does it free your soul, it frees your mind. Okay? Step two. Accept where you are right now. Don't try to imagine where you could be. Try to be in that moment and truly present and truly accepting of what it is that is happening to you right now, so that you'll be able to find the necessary solutions. Like I always say, you cannot solve a deep-rooted problem with a surface solution. You have to dig deep, and you have to be very sincere with yourself. So take the moment as it is and address it as it is. Okay? Number two, if you can, move. My move solution basically says, at any chance that you have, move your body. Whether it's just taking a walk, whether it's running, whether it's working out, going to the gym, exercise really helped me a lot. Although I overdid it, every time I went to the gym, every time I went for a run, different exercises actually had different effects on me. When I swam, I had this clarity. Like, I felt that my mind was so clear. And every lap I took, I felt like I was gaining more clarity and more clarity. And there was this silence under so I had no disturbances. When I was running, on the other hand, I felt like I was strategizing the whole time, I was finding solutions, I was asking questions, and I was finding the answers as I was running. It's the same thing when I was in the gym. So these are the different effects that exercises had on me. Then I used to do yoga. Yoga was so helpful for me. I'm actually a self-taught yogi. So yoga helped me to just relax. It helped me sleep better. It helped me just relax my mind and my thoughts. And when I went to bed, I really slept peacefully. Okay, so that is my second tip for you guys. Now, number 3, I would really say that instead of thinking about your situation as a whole, try to break it down into simple parts so that it's easier for you to solve them in compartments. Because if you just think, for instance, my whole life is bad, in your mind, everything is bad. But do you know which part exactly is bad? Because it's impossible, right, for your whole life to be bad. Like, for instance, a few days ago, I felt like my life was so bad. But then I asked myself, that's not true. I have my best friend, I have this, I have that, I have this. These things are still good. I need to be more specific. So try to assess your problems in compartments. So it's like you're compartmentalizing them. You are not just looking at it as an entire problem. So look at it in segments and try to find the solutions in that manner. Okay. Now, the most dangerous part is the depression voice. There's that voice inside of us. Mind you, in my experience, I am not saying this is the truth, I'm not saying this is a fact. I've always believed that negativity is stronger than positivity. One single drop of negativity can ruin an entire ship of positivity. Or, if I should rephrase it, one single drop of negativity can destroy an entire ocean of positivity. Imagine you are having a normal life, right? Everything is okay, you're doing what you normally do, you are happy, you're content, your mom hasn't been scolding you, things are going really okay, things are okay at work, your boss is cool with you. Suddenly, a coworker comes to you and tells you, I don't like your hair. Do you know that because of that one simple little negative comment, your whole day could be ruined? A whole day that was actually going well. That's how strong negativity can be. That's why it's so dangerous to even be surrounded by negative people. This kind of energy vampires that just leech on you, leech on your positivity, just want to suck every positivity out of you. So there is that voice of depression that will keep telling you, I'm depressed, I can't, I don't want, I'm a loser, I'm this, I'm that. Be very careful of that voice, because that voice likes to attack people, especially in the morning and before you go to bed. Fight it. Fight it with all your might. And if you can, I beg you, pray. Pray. Just beg God debunk that thought, debunk that voice that is coming to you and telling you, I'm depressed, I'm not good enough, right? Fight it as if you are in a war zone, because truly speaking, you are. And I also like to think that the best way to fight that voice is to tell it the opposite of what it's telling you. So if that voice is telling you, I'm a loser, confront it and tell it, no, I'm a winner. I've won before and I will win again. Okay? Next, set attainable or reasonable goals. Let's say the reason you're broke is, sorry, as always, I am speaking faster than I'm thinking, or thinking faster than I'm speaking. Let's say the reason you're depressed is because you're broke. Why, in the good world, would you tell yourself that, alright, in 2 weeks' time, I'm gonna have 5 million, while you have $5 in the account? That is not gonna help you. Set reasonable goals that are attainable. If you are facing depression, really sit down and think about how you can objectively change your situation. Be objective, be reasonable. Don't set something that is unrealistic, that even you know that it will just actually get you into more depression. Okay. Next, reward yourself. I know. Reward yourself. Even if it's just a small reward, reward yourself. Even if it's just with an ice cream, or, okay, that's bad advice. Something healthy, okay? Reward yourself. If you're able to set a goal and you achieved it, reward yourself. Just to encourage yourself and to make yourself know that, wow, I was able to do this, I deserve this. If I can do this, then I can also do the next thing, and I will reward myself. Rewarding yourself is such a good motivational strategy. That's really what I believe. Okay. And the other thing I found that really helped me during my state of depression was that, sorry, I don't know what I dropped, was that I actually started doing things that I enjoyed. I started finding new hobbies. That's actually the same time I started doing yoga, right? Yep, I trained every single day just to improve myself and my skills. I didn't know how to do yoga, so I started teaching myself from YouTube, and shortly after that I went for a yoga retreat in Bali. And this is where I actually met a good friend of mine, Priska, at the yoga retreat, and we are still very, very good friends till today. So that is so amazing. I came back, I continued teaching myself. I used to go online. I took a yoga course as well. I think it was on Coursera, that's what the site is called. Then I became a certified kids yoga teacher. So just doing something different and keeping my mind and body occupied sort of helped me, start finding a new purpose and a new meaning to my life, right? So that really helped a lot. Give me a second, you guys. Okay, guys, sorry, something caught me off guard. So we are still on the topic of how to deal with depression. So on the other hand, I also wanted to say that what really also helped me during that time was knowing when to spend time alone and knowing when to spend time with family or friends. Um, when you are depressed, you'll find that you really feel like what you want to do is spend time alone. I used to feel that way, but I actually realized that no, I feel happy when I'm with my friends. I feel joyful when I'm with my friends. In the beginning, it's normal that you'll be with your friends, they'll be laughing, you'll be talking, and you kind of like be pretending that you're there and you are vibing with them, but the whole time you're actually just sad and miserable. But as time goes on, you actually start to really be in the vibe. You start finding yourself again, and you start kind of just like thinking, you know what, I actually love being with my friends. So it worked for me. I started spending more time with my friends because it was helping me more than spending time by myself. Um, they they were so active, so entertaining, so caring, and it just kind of reminded me that oh, you're actually not alone. You're not alone in the world, and there are people that care about you, despite the people that have put you in this situation and made you feel like you were a nobody or you're worthless or you're not good enough, you're not beautiful, you're not a good woman, you're not this, you're not that, you're not that. They're actually people that love you, they care about you, and when they see you, they see sunshine, they see a wonderful person. So spending time with my friends, I would say like really, really, really helped me a lot during that time. And also speaking to my family, because at the time I was still living abroad. Speaking to my family, it was just like a reminder that I had something to live for. I still had family that cares about me, that loves me so much. And so that kind of just gave me like more reason to think like, why would I why do I need to be sad? I have everything that I need, you know. Because a lot of times life is not really all about money and material and everything. It's about the people and how the people make you feel, you know. So that helped me a lot. Okay. And the next thing that I want to share with you guys that also worked for me was spending less time on social media. I was really just not tempted. I wasn't even tempted to be like on my social platforms. I just wanted to be like living in the moment, spending time with friends. I really wanted to be present in the gym. I wanted to be present in my life. I wanted to be present when I'm doing yoga. So I wasn't spending time on social media. I wasn't spending time just scrolling and scrolling and making myself more depressed. If anything, actually spent less time on social media during those months, and it was so helpful, and it was so, I felt like it was a detox, you know. I felt like I was literally detoxing, which was so cool. And then I did not actually take any medicine. If I should say I took anything, medicine to me was just exercising. That was the best medicine that I could take during the time. And another thing that did help me was journaling. I used to write my emotions. Sometimes I would write them and I would just tear the paper up because I didn't want someone to come across my thoughts, or I didn't want to reread them. But when I wrote them and I just expressed my anger and how I felt about this certain individual, because this person really, really, really made me so angry and just so upset and just so depressed. So I wrote notes and I just tore them up and I felt so much better. Okay, it worked for me, so I had to. Okay. I'm thinking of what else I experienced during that time and what I did to solve it. I took life really slowly. I wasn't reacting to the reaction, if I should put it that way. I was taking myself I was taking my time to really heal. I was taking my time to really just think of myself, to love myself, to get to know myself more. And I used to hate reading, hey. I started spending time reading books at the poolside. Like after I'm done swimming, I used to read, and I just used to immerse myself in these books and knowledge. I used to read a lot of business books at the time, so I was like learning a lot, like it was so nice. It was so nice. I actually discovered that there is more to learn, there is more knowledge to acquire, and it helped me like just improve my mental state, instead of just focusing on how bad my life was. Okay. And I also avoided just eating bad food because, well, this is my personal thought. I think food affects your mood. It might not be true, but this is my belief. So I was really just trying to eat healthy, stay healthy, and remain healthy. Because when you are depressed, it's very easy for you to fall sick, and we are what we eat at the end of the day. So you wouldn't want to also, continue eating an unhealthy diet at the same time while you are facing depression. Okay. Now, I must also say that something that did also help me was honestly, this is a difficult one for a lot of people, but this is just the truth. I stopped taking any forms of alcohol. I swear to God, growing up, I was never much of a drinker. I used to drink like twice a year or 3 times a year, But when I fell into depression, I told myself I would not, and I actually felt like I wanted to start drinking at the time because I was just so frustrated, but I told myself I would not take any forms of alcohol, no drugs, nothing toxic. I just wanted to be healthy, and I wanted to work on myself so that I can be the best version of myself. So I really would advise anyone who's going through depression to stay off drugs and not consume alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant at the end of the day. You might feel okay when you drink, but you actually feel worse the next day. So if you can, I beg you, do not intoxicate yourself. It's not the best solution at all. It might feel like it's a great escape, but it's actually just damaging you further. Okay, that worked for me. Like I said, I'm not a medical profession, so I'm just sharing what it is that I did that helped me. Okay. Then, of course, the last thing I want to share with you guys is that it's very important to accept the validity of your emotions. There is nothing wrong with how you feel. There's nothing wrong with you feeling like the whole world is against you. There's nothing wrong with you crying or wanting to throw things around. I was guilty of that. There were times when I was just so angry and I could just take a book and just like smash it, right? Or I could just throw something on my phone or anything. Like, I was that person. I'm not proud of it, but it was just my way of expressing my anger. Do I want to do it? Did I want to do it? No, I did not want to do it. But I want you to know that your emotions are valid and there's nothing wrong with how you feel. So know that today doesn't determine tomorrow. Okay, what you feel today doesn't necessarily mean that's how you feel tomorrow. It's like how you can be in a season where things are just not going right for you today, and tomorrow you wake up, you open your email, and there's good news. That's how it is. Stay positive, believe, never stop believing in yourself, never stop trying, right? If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't run, jog. If you can't jog, walk. But just never, ever, ever, ever give up on the only life you have. Someone wanted to be here today, but they're not. But you're still here. You're still here. A lot of people would want to be here today, but they're not. And I know that when you're depressed, it can get to the point where you think not being here is actually the best thing. But believe me, the fact that you're still here means that your purpose on earth is not done. Look around you. Even the people that are begging on the streets still have hope. Even the people that are still eating out of the dustbins still have faith that tomorrow will be a better day. People that are in jail still have faith. People that have nothing to eat today still have faith. People that haven't eaten in 3 days still have faith that tomorrow will be a better day. So I encourage you all to hold on tight, hold on one more day, just one more time, and believe that things will get better for you. And I want to say to everybody that is going through depression right now, I pray with all my heart that your situation will change. I pray with all my heart that you will find your peace, you will find your happiness, that there is still hope for you. I pray with all my heart that things will change for the better for you. And that's all from me for today, guys. If you have any tips for people that are going through depression, drop them down in the comments. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay with this family. Take care, you guys. Love you.